Bring in our Abby Davis now. Abby, you spoke with OSHA about the collapse and Big D Builders' previous violations. What did you learn?
Yeah, Morgan, like Jude just mentioned, OSHA took over the investigation from Boise Police. Boise OSHA Area Director David Kearns called the collapse one of Idaho's most tragic recent workplace events. Again, we know Big D Builders has 7 OSHA violations going back to 2014. Kearns wouldn't say whether that was a high or a low number of violations for a construction company. He says OSHA issued most of the violations because of, quote, fall hazards. Big D Builders paid all the fines and corrected the issues. Kearns confirmed what Morgan mentioned. There aren't any violations for the Jackson Jet Center project so far. He says this situation seems to be different than incidents the company was cited for in the past.
If we'd had a worker fall off of an elevated surface yesterday because he didn't have fall protection, then I would say it had a lot of bearing. We would really be wondering, why there was still fall hazard issues out there at their job site. However, in this case, it certainly appears that was not the case, and that it had something to do structurally. And we just basically need to look at every investigation and every case, kind of with a blank slate, and really just collect the facts and evidence and base it upon that.
Kearns says OSHA has 6 months to issue any citations. Investigators are already at the scene. They'll collect evidence, do interviews, and also collect documents as well. Because this was such a massive collapse, Kearns thinks the investigation will wrap up pretty close to that 6-month deadline. They also plan on bringing in people from out of state to work on this as well. Coming up on the news at 10, hear how Kearns hopes the collapse sheds some light on workplace safety. Morgan.
Yeah, again, still under investigation, with OSHA taking that investigation over from BPD. Abby Davis, thank you so much. We will continue to bring you the latest information as it becomes available. You can follow us on all of our platforms for all of those updates.